So what do you think when you first think about an accountant? Is it a middle-aged, grey, old man sitting in an office somewhere wearing a yellow shirt, typing on a computer or a calculator? Because that's what I thought way before I started meeting the amount of accountants that I've met. I thought that they were just there to crunch the numbers, they were just there to add, to make sure that you complied with the law, and I didn't really understand too much about what it is they did. But from meeting my first accountant in a business context around 7 years ago, I started to realise that actually this industry is bloody exciting. It's tech heavy, it's app savvy. There are accountants out there who are so creative in what they do, so supportive in how they nurture the businesses that they work with. And I think these guys go underrated and go undiscovered a lot of the time, which is such a shame. So I put together a podcast that challenges these stereotypes, that aims to break down the barriers between what I feel is a bloody sexy industry and proving it to the rest of the business world. Now, whilst accounting might not be your favourite subject, this podcast isn't about accounting. There are no advocacies in sight. But what there is are accountants who have built their businesses over the past 20 years, and they tell you how they've done it. It's businesses or practices that have adopted different ways of working, who have niched their clientele, who have systemized their marketing, and they tell you how they've done it. So I'm going to share with you a reel montage, if you will, of my highlights over the first season. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was so much fun getting to know these guys. I would welcome any comments you have with regards to who you've liked seeing, your key takeaways, what's blown your mind. I mean, there was bits in there that blew my mind for sure. So let me know what your thoughts are. You can listen to the entire thing if you jump onto Spotify, iTunes, or other media players. Take your pick, and make sure right now, do it now, that you hit subscribe, because we're going to come live and direct back in January 2022 with season 2, and season 2 is already rammed with some amazing leaders in this space. So do not miss out, hit subscribe and enjoy the montage. The company, your kind of ideal clients, because obviously there's the ones that we can't help, but they're not ideal. So who do you work with? Who do you love working with?
So we are quite a women working with women business. Obviously we do work with men, we don't turn anyone away, but my idea, to be perfectly honest, and it sounds really vain, my ideal client is someone like me. They have set up their own business, they're young, like new into it, they love it, it's kind of, and they just enjoy what they do and are kind of fairly laid back. I don't need people that are going to be screaming at me because I haven't even been back in 4 hours. That's not how we work. I kind of like working with people. There's a very mutual respect, and it kind of builds into a friendship and a, oh well, you've done that, well we've done this, and that sort of thing. Like I like build community or whatever you want to call it with my clients. Like I like having good relationships with them. So sort of people like that. It's not a specific industry or niche or anything like that. It's kind of my sort of person.
Yeah. Sharp telling off anyway.
Literally, we work on you on a regular basis. We talk to our clients at least once a month, and that we want, because our emphasis is not just about doing your tax returns and sending that off to HMRC. That's just what we have to do. But our business is about growing other people's businesses. So that's what we like to do. So we're big into the management accounts and giving advice and helping their business grow. Because my philosophy is, the bigger you grow, the more I can charge you. So, and I tell them that, and they love it. Just how you laugh there, you know, they love it. And our whole aim is to make the business grow.
Totally. I'm like, shut up and take my money. Like, help me grow. Yeah, I've looked at your branding. It's simple but lovely, and I think, and the fact that it's over your shop front and you've got the white windows and the white branding, I think it looks so sleek and modern. I would want to go in there. As a passerby, you think, oh yeah, I'd like to go in there, and that's the benefit you have of being on the high street and being called the high street accountant. You don't have to, and but correct me if I'm wrong. Do you get a lot of passers-by coming in, or are you still digital marketing focused?
No, we do have both. Previously to the pandemic, most of our work came from either referral, so it's been built that way, or people seeing the shop and feeling that they were able to pop in and ask the question, which has led to us doing business. So we have had walk-ins.
But what we're looking at is how can we scale this up? The name of our business is Scale Up Success. So then it says what it does on the tin, and our strapline is creating millionaires. So our mission is to create 100 millionaires by 2030. So essentially about 10 a year.
Okay, well that seems achievable. It's less than one a month. It's dead easy.
Less than one a month. And we're not looking for millions of clients. It's not like compliance where we charge them small fees, being in volume. Here we're looking at charging substantial fees and giving them quality. I mean, all accountants.
I started my business when my little boy was coming up for 1. Because I wanted to be able to spend time with him. So it's about balancing work and kids as well. It's about, and I love to write. That's why I enjoy being on LinkedIn so much, because I love to write. But that's not a normal thing for a number geek. It usually tends to be words or numbers, not both. I suppose that's another balance aspect that comes into it. It has, I think it struck a chord because it has a much deeper application than I thought it did in the first place.
And what about the look and the feel of your brand? How did you decide on that?
I had a lot of help with that. So initially I'd made my own logo, my own website. I started making my website and there was all these pictures of these kind of blue filter pictures of someone at a desk with their hands on a keyboard, or someone with some glasses looking at a report, and I was like, I can't have these images on my website. So I was just looking for an image to replace something while I was deciding what to put in there, and I found an apple. An apple or a banana, I can't remember. It was a piece of fruit. And the next time I went to replace a picture, I just replaced that with another piece of fruit. So these bits of fruit stayed on my website for a very long time because I thought, I like that. It's just a bit weird. And,
weird is good. I like weird.
I remember throwing it out to a group of people. One person said that would put me off, another person said that would make me want to work with you. And I thought, which of those two people do I want to work with? Not the one who'd be put off by fruit. So I left it. And that kind of
underlying problems if they can't look at a banana straight, right?
Well, let's face it, we've all got different opinions on bananas. Let's not go there.
As an accountancy practice, we haven't got a shiny product we can photograph, or wear in a video, or so our product is very it's difficult because it's really intangible. So it's a selling a service like this is something that
it's almost conceptual, and you have to sell the transition that you're going to take people through. But for an accountant, and this is why niching your marketing is so vital for an accountant, you could have tons of different transitions that you're taking all different types of clients through at any one stage. How can you get that across? I don't think it's that easy. You can say something vague like, we help your business grow, But that's not really like going to get people in the fields, is it?
I do have a bit of a disregard for a lot of accountants because I think they're not really providing the advice they should be to businesses. I think we're in a very, very, very important position to help them and hold their hand. So Wessex demands that we have clients that actually want us involved and will give us information. And if they are not like that, then if they can't change, then they're not really the clients for us.
Yeah, absolutely. You can have different expertise, but really separating yourself from a bunch of other accountants can be super tough. So I think you've done a marvelous job. Tell me about some of the best TikToks that you've done. What ones have you really either enjoyed or just find absolutely hilarious?
That is a good question. Yeah, I like the way I've done a voice for like the receipt bank stuff about like with a funny voice, someone saying they can type purchase invoices in quicker, and then it clipped to me with the Austin Powers "How's about now" kind of thing. It was like quite a cool one that went well. It's surprising sometimes the ones that go down well on TikTok in views are totally different to the ones that go down well on LinkedIn in terms of like the algorithm and people that pick it up as well. So there's some I think this is going to be amazing, and then it doesn't do anything.
Well, that, as they say, is a wrap. So I just wanted to come back on and say thank you so much to all of my guests. You've really made starting a podcast quite enjoyable. I've loved and having the opportunity to have an insight into your business, and I feel privileged for you opening that door for me. To everyone who has listened, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure having you along for the ride. If you would like to get in touch with any of the accountants that I've spoken to over the past season, then we will make sure that their contact details are added somewhere around this post. So make sure you do find them and connect with them. As we've discovered through this journey, it's one of the most collaborative industries that I've ever come across and experienced. So whether you're an accountant, whether you're in payroll, whether you supply the industry, whether you're a business that just needs to find that good, sound financial partner, make sure you find the contact details and connect with those who have appeared on the show. So thank you ever so much. I appreciate everyone's time in listening. I'm really looking forward to bringing you season 2, where we'll be speaking to people such as Practice Ignition, Kim Searle, who talks about mindset within the financial sector. We have an investor who explains what he's looking for when it comes to buying an accountant's practices, something that you might be interested in if your growth strategy is via acquisition. And many, many more. So really looking forward to bringing that to you very soon.